For this group assignment, we decided to choose Astro Malaysia Holding Berhad. Astro Malaysia Holding was existing at 1 June 1996 in all states of Malaysia. Astro is Malaysia's leading content and entertainment company, serving 5.7 million homes or 74% of Malaysian TV households, 8,300 enterprises, 70 million weekly radio listeners (FN and digital), 40 million digital monthly unique visitors, and 2.8 million shoppers across its TV, radio, digital, and commerce platforms. Astro are committed to entertain, informing, and engaging with their customers throughout the best of local, regional, and international content. As the nation's trusted brand, Astro were dedicated to long-term impactful ESG endeavors focused on lifelong learning, community development, sports and environment throughout their group and foundation, which is Yayasan Astro Kasih. Mergers and acquisition, or M&A for short, is the process of merging two businesses into a single entity. When two or more firms are combined, the goal is to achieve a synergy where the total, which is a new company, is greater than the total of its parts, the former of two separate entities. A merge is require a two company to consolidate into a new entity with a new ownership and management structure, which is ostensibly with members of each firm. In an acquisition, a new company does not emerge. Instead, the smaller company is frequently eaten and absorbed by the larger corporation, with its assets becoming a part of it.
My name is Anissa Fatin, matric number 2020952531 from BA 2423A. I will talk about the reason and type of Astro for merger and acquisitions. The reason why Astro merger and acquisitions are: first, increasing capabilities. Increased capabilities can be derived from extended research and development or more robust manufacturing activities. Second, gaining a competitive advantage or a larger market share. And the last one, diversifying products or service. The addition of a current or service provider is a further reason for merger. Next, type of Astro for merger and acquisition is conglomerate. It is a combination of two or more companies involved in unrelated operations, such as Astro merged with Maxis. As operating environment changes, Astro Malaysia Holdings Berhad will merge into Maxis Berhad. Maxis has a strong market share in the mobile communication segment. Meanwhile, in the broadcasting segment, Astro is a major player and it is dominant in its field. The merger of Astro and Maxis will lead to telecommunications and broadcasting companies drop.
Next, I will explain about the process of mergers and acquisition for the Astro. Merge was created by Astro to spare people the time and effort of keeping track of when firms are bought and sold, as well as who owns them now. They are the process and step the mergers and acquisition of Astro Holdings Sdn Bhd. Process step 1 is to identify a new goods, market or service. Astro will start the acquisition evaluation process by looking for growth prospect in the business or service line, the market served, or a combination of the two. Process step 2, Astro will identify candidates for merger and acquisition. The proactive identification of possible merger or acquisition candidates who can satisfy the strategic financial growth objective in the selected markets or service line is the second step of the acquisition process. Process step 3 is value of strategy and appropriate financial position. Astro will inquire about the likelihood of transaction profit with the acquisition target, risk and the target comparability to others target opportunities. Step 4 is make a decision on whether or not to proceed. 5 is conduct valuation. As the example, when it comes to the Astro Netflix partnership in 2020, according to an analysis, the purchase could be postponed due to value issues. Astro, being a larger company, will be the primary driver of valuation. Process step 6, due diligence is carried out. A definitive agreement is negotiated and the transaction is carried out. Astro executive must guarantee a complete and comprehensive due diligence research of the target entity once an offer on the table is received in order to fully grasp and difficulties, opportunities and dangers related with the acquisition. Process step 7, implement transaction and monitor ongoing performance.
I will explain about benefits of merger and acquisition. First is economy of scales. Economy of scale refers to a drop in the cost of one unit as a result of greater production. Or to put it another way, the cost of manufacturing additional units decreases as output increases. Due to manufacturing costs, Astro is more efficient as a single producer than a larger number of producers, indicating that Astro is benefiting from increased economies of scale in the long term. Second is synergy. Astro Malaysia have a good synergy with Maxis Communication is expected to be a win-win situation for both service providers. Third is increased market share. Most Malaysian households are eager to subscribe to Astro because it offers a greater range of local and international TV channels that are more fun, lively and relevant to modern taste and life. Next is higher level of competition. Lastly is diversification of risk. Astro faces a challenge from the digital change of content consumption in this era of easy access to information. What can we conclude is the notion of organizational integration or diffusion continue to pose difficulties in improving mergers and acquisition success. Due to quick changes in the business environment, merger and acquisition has been increasingly prevalent throughout the years. Merger and acquisition are typically used to increase shareholder wealth by pursuing synergies, economy of scales, better financial and marketing advantage